Hello, good morning. How are you? I'm doing good, thank you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to save the state of the bottom navigation tab. You sometimes want this if you want the user to return to the tab that they closed the app on. Some users find this very nice to have. Some users, actually most users find this a nice feature, but you as an app developer or owner of an app or company might want a user to always open the home tab because there might be commercials there, or there might be stuff that you want the user to see every time they open the app. So if that's the case, don't use this feature. If you do want to have the user open the tab on the tab that they close the app in, watch and learn. Well, not really, but okay. We have a Hive service. So what the Hive service does is talks to the Hive database, which is this one, Hive. And this is a very fast database with encryption. And let me see, was it? Yeah, NoSQL, and yeah, it works very well for saving data locally. So we're going to use this. I already made a couple helper methods because I'm already using this elsewhere, and in so these helper methods get an enum, and the enum is basically the ID of the something that you put in the box and that you want to retrieve. So for example, we have a Hive user box enum. We have active filters, active sorts, should update. Why is this here, by the way? That's what I thought I deleted that. Should update, sanity check step. Yeah. All right, so we don't have anything yet, but it's a good moment to add something. The last active tab. So this will be used as an ID in Hive to retrieve the value. Last active tab. The other four that you just saw, I used them in the past, but I decided to delete them. And the first one was from, the first two were, I deleted those way back when I was still making my template for the Flutter. Anyway, let's create a save method and a getter method, kind of like. We don't have to wait for the method to update, so we're not going to make it async. So update last active tab. We'll say bottom navigation tab, Hive path, value, bottom navigation tab. T value. We can actually save. Can we? No, we can't. So we do have to save the name, which is a string. So if you get this right, the last active tab is the enum and used as an ID in the user box, and the bottom navigation tab .name, which is either home, schedule, workout, cruise, or find, is saved in the box as a string. And you can see that in the logging in a second. I don't know what this is. This might be something else. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, it's just something else I was working on a couple minutes ago. Update last active tab. Now we also want to retrieve the last active tab. AI do the rest. So the way that we're gonna do this is bottom navigation tab. So this is T, right? Yes, bottom navigation tab. Let me think. I don't think we can save those things, right? Right, am I right? Yeah. Okay. So this user box get, we'll give it the ID, which is last active tab, and then we'll give it a default value. So if it's not there, it will always default to home, which is also what we want, because if the user is here for the first time, we want the app to open on home, of course. Now the user box get, oh, that's what I wanted to say. You can only save primitive values to the local database. So enums, I don't think they're gonna work. I'm not 100% sure, but if I look at the package, it's been 13 months. I think I remember you couldn't save it, and I think it hasn't changed. Anyway, yeah, I know you can't save it because you need to make adapters for enums. Yeah. All right. Refresh my memory there. But what we can do is, okay, we save it as a string, which is the name of the enum, user box get. If you go into this one, it's just user box, which is a box of hive. You say get, you give it the ID, and you give it a default value. It's passing down values here. And now what we can do is make an extension method in the bottom navigation tab, file, and we'll say something like build extension, bottom navigation tab, extension. We'll do this on string, exactly. And nope, that's not the way to go, sir. Yep. So just give me a second, please. Yep, this is what I meant. So given that we have a string, right, and we're gonna assume that the string is a name value of this bottom navigation tab enum. So that's going to be either home, schedule, workout, cruise, or find. And if we then assume that whatever value, string value is one of those, then we can say bottom navigation tab values, which will get all the values of the enum, meaning all of these values, home, schedule, workout, cruise. First where, or else, yeah. Pretty nice. This is one way to go about it, by the way. There's also another way I can show you. So it's iterating here over the over the values, and whenever the name is the same as this, let's also trim it. Yeah, never mind. We could also trim it, make it lowercase, which lowercase is not a good idea. If we get some enum value with another word, so it becomes camel case. just rambling. Just mistakes I've made in the past. Bottom navigation, yeah, so it will iterate over it. If it can't find it, then it will give the default value that we just passed in here, which we're gonna default to home also. Always home. No place like home. Okay, so another thing we can do is bottom navigation tab. Let's remove this. Bottom navigation tab, values as enum. No, as name map, yes. So now, this is exactly the same. And it's actually faster because you don't iterate over the values. At least I don't think so, as name map. Oh, you do. That's my theory. Yeah, it's basically the same. Actually, the other one is faster. Yep. So what this one does, it creates a name map. Should you do this twice, then this one would be fast, because once you have a map, the speed is faster than going over the list over and over again. The O notation speed. Look it up if you don't know what that is. But since we are only doing this once here in this method, this one is faster because here it's going to get the first one. So a lot of times it will either be the first one, the second time, the third one. And with the other method, it's always going to go over all 5 of them and then pick the one. So it's always going to be 6 iterations. And this can be something in between 1 to 5, always. So it's always faster. Yeah. So we'll do this. Thank you very much, AI, for your help. And then user box get, this is nullable. This is actually not nullable because we give it a default value. And then we'll say hop, 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 like this. Thank you very much, sir. Then it works. Now, now that we got the logic working, we should implement it in the router. That yeah, 13 minutes. Shall I write this down to get some timestamps in my video? So now we're gonna go to the router, and the router will update this thing. Now, for that to happen, the core router, actually it's the Moxie router. This one has the method for updating the bottom navigation tab. So if we go here, what is this crap? Come on, stay there. Ah, that's what it means. Okay. Print. Okay. Print methods. Ah, interesting. I think I just realized something. So this should be dog unpinned. Nice. I think. Cool. I just realized what unpinned and pinned is after all those years. Pinned, we'll keep it pinned. Very smart. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, so we have this pinned. You know what pinned is? It will stay here. And every time we update, see the print statement over there, and the analytic also. So let's remove this one. Now we want the hive service to be here as well, and then with the Hive service, we want to update the last active tab. That's step one. Step one. Update the last active tab. Step two. Use the last active tab when starting the app. Cool. Let's make the font a little bit bigger. Control D. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Let's put it here. Step one, update the last active. Hey, I like that. Float on top, option F. Okay. Like this. Cool. All right, update last active tab. So first thing we need to do, let's get the Hive service over here. Final Hive service. Hive service. Now, in order to get the Hive service here, we kind of need to. Hey, come on. Put it in the constructor. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying. All right. Interesting. AI, crazy guy. So the Hive service is added to the constructor. Let's add it here as well. Do we have the Hive service here already? No. So let's add it here as well. So this is the navigation service, which contains all of our routers. Yes, sir. Hive service. And this navigation service is actually a lazy singleton. Oh yes. And a lazy singleton with a Hive service, which is also a lazy singleton, by the way. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Hive service, Hive service, Hive service. So anytime that the interesting, we don't have a try catch here. Excuse me. Let's put a try catch here, just to be sure. That's a try catch. Update last active tab. So try. Okay. So I think that one of the first things we need to do is update last active tab, bottom navigation tab. Now the question is, can this throw an exception? I think it can actually. To be honest, no, because we try catch it here, and then nothing happens. All right, we can just safely do it here. If this one could throw, then we should really consider, really keep, I don't know how you say that in English, but really think about the placement of the line of code. Because if this one is able to fail and we don't catch it, then the rest of this will also fail. While the rest of this may just as well have nothing wrong with it. So then you want to try catch this on its own, which is already happening in this method. So you know what I mean? So we did it. Step one, update last active tab. Whew. Nice. Step two, use the last active tab. Let's see, when starting the app. Okay, let's see. For that, we have to go to the start a view model. You know what start a view model is? It's a view model that starts things up. This is actually this one. Wait, yes, okay. Just give me a sec. This method does a lot of checks in the beginning. And I am looking for the method that this one. Done with the onboarding steps, navigating to Moxie view. Now here comes the interesting part. Replace all Moxie view. Now in this Moxie view, we can give, let's change that as well. Stay there. This Moxie view has a bottom navigation tab that we can pass. Now I used to make, sorry, I'm gonna put this away for a second. I used to make arguments for, you know, every view, but that's not the way to go anymore. That's actually not preferred because my package makes the arguments already auto route. I know there's other solutions out there that might be better for other solutions, but I like auto route. Not everything, certainly not everything. I've had a lot of headache, but now that I got it up and running, I don't feel like switching. That's actually the main reason. Okay. Argument builder. So this should be bottom navigation tab. Interesting. Yeah, okay. That's fine. A minute there I thought that the view module would get the Moxie view arguments, but it has its own arguments. This one. Which is fine, it actually saves us some work. We do have to rebuild. There you go. And yeah. Where was I? Damn it. I said hold this thought. I remember that. Alright, yeah. Here we were. So these arguments. I don't need those anymore. Or, to be honest, auto route will generate these arguments for me. So if I do need them, all I have to do is Moxie view args, I think. Moxie view args. Actually, no, it's a bunch of crap. Moxie view. Oh yeah. Moxie route args. And then that's where it would be generated. For now it looks the same, but if you have a lot of arguments, it becomes very nice that you don't have to make arguments for every page. And another helpful thing is that should I want to go create this app for web or for web, then a lot of the queries and the parameter stuff is already taken care of. Nice. Okay. Required bottom navigation tab, bottom navigation. This is not required. Let's just put this on home again. Actually, no. I want everybody to think about the bottom navigation tab when you do this. Create actually I don't. Just kidding. So let's give this guy a home. Moxie route. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, sir. Here we go. Gotcha. Okay. Back to the core. No, the Moxie router. Something's going on. You see that? It's slowing down my IDE. I don't know why. Anyway, not the Moxie router. Sorry, my bad. Startup, if you know, it was the onboarding step service. Yes, that's where we were. Done and navigate to Moxie View. So replace Moxie View with a bottom navigation tab. Inside this onboarding step service, if you can remember which was in the startup view model, and the startup view model is the very first view and view model that the app launches. And inside this view model, we'll do some startup logic, like checking the user ID. And then handling the onboarding step stuff. The onboarding step stuff is, what's the fancy word for that? Encapsulated inside a service. And yeah, so inside this service, which is always in the startup view model, which kind of means that we can always actually put the logic in the startup view model. Hold on, let me get there. It's also nice to have it in the service so we can test it separately. It's actually always a good thing to split things up. Almost always. Okay, I should stop talking. Onboarding step service. This one should have the hive service. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Let's go up, up, up. It already has the hive service. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the method. Here we want the hive service to give the last active tab. That's it, guys and gals, of course. Now it should work. So previously on Breaking Bad. No, previously, let me fix this. Hang on, asshole. Routes, arguments, home, Moxie route. Yes, sir. Yeah, alright, home. Moxie view. Should have given this one this instead, right? So we don't have to do this, and we can actually make this const, I think. Sorry guys, I already forgot what I was talking about. Ooh, I get a big beep in my ears. Does that mean that someone is talking about me? I wonder what they're saying. Excuse my slurping. It's not good if I'm not slurping. Nice. Alright, seems we cannot make it const. My bad. Let's see. Wow, I really love this pinned unpinned stuff. Yep, really do. Okay. Yep. So let's see. Normally, this would happen. You start the app, you come in home, you go to here, workout, you go to home. But now that we use the last app here, it will stay on the last app. Nice. Nice. Cool. Cool. All right, I'm showing you my secret app. Good luck making it. Okay. That's it, guys and girls. Hey, should I move Coda Vito a little bit? Nice. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. And we did it. Thanks again. See you in the next video.